Riverside Township is a township in Burlington County, New Jersey, United States. As of the 2010 United States Census, the township's population was 8,079, reflecting an increase of 168 from the 7,911 counted in the 2000 census, which had in turn declined by 63 from the 7,974 counted in the 1990 census. Riverside was incorporated as a township by and Act of the New Jersey Legislature on February 20, 1895, from portions of Delran Township. A portion of the township was annexed by Delran in 1901. The township was named for its location on the Delaware River. Geography. According to the United States Census Bureau, the township had a total area of 1.614 square miles, including 1.489 square miles of land and 0.125 square miles of water. The township borders Delran Township and Delran Township. Demographics. At the 2010 United States Census, there were 8,079 people, 2,959 households, and 2,027 families residing in the township. The population density was 5,425.9 per square mile. There were 3,147 housing units at an average density of 2,113.5 per square mile. The racial makeup of the township was 80.21% white, 6.39% black or African American, 0.26% Native American, 0.95% Asian, 0.05% Pacific Islander, 7.04% from other races, and 5.10% from two or more races. Hispanics or Latinos of any race were 11.34% of the population. There were 2,959 households, of which 31.0% had children under the age of 18 living with them. 46.2% were married couples living together. 14.6% had a female householder with no husband present, and 31.5% were non-families. 24.3% of all households were made up of individuals, and 8.5% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.73 and the average family size was 3.22. In the township, 23.1% of the population were under the age of 18, 9.9% from 18 to 24, 29.5% from 25 to 44, 27.0% from 45 to 64, and 10.5% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 36.3 years. For every 100 females there were 101.5 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 99.6 males. The Census Bureau's 2006 to 2010 American Community Survey showed that median household income was $56,377 and the median family income was $65,825. Males had a median income of $46,962 versus $32,413 for females. The per capita income for the borough was $24,243. About 3.9% of families and 8.1% of the population were below the poverty line, including 7.4% of those under age 18 and 2.3% of those age 65 or over. As of the 2000 United States Census, there were 7,911 people, 2,978 households, and 1,992 families residing in the township. The population density was 5,197.2 people per square mile. There were 3,118 housing units at an average density of 2,048.4 per square mile. The racial makeup of the township was 90.22% white, 4.44% African American, 0.14% Native American, 0.42% Asian, 0.01% Pacific Islander, 2.28% from other races, and 2.50% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 4.11% of the population. There were 2,978 households, out of which 32.8% had children under the age of 18 living with them. 48.4% were married couples living together. 12.0% had a female householder with no husband present, and 33.1% were non-families. 27.3% of all households were made up of individuals, and 11.5% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.64, and the average family size was 3.21. In the township, the population was spread out with 25.0% under the age of 18, 8.4% from 18 to 24, 33.4% from 25 to 44, 19.4% from 45 to 64, and 13.8% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 36 years. For every 100 females there were 99.0 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 98.2 males. The median income for a household in the township was $43,358, and the median income for a family was $52,479. Males had a median income of $36,556 versus $25,510 for females. The per capita income for the township was $18,758. About 6.7% of families and 8.2% of the population were below the poverty line, including 7.4% of those under age 18 and 8.0% of those age 65 or over. Government. Local government. Riverside Township is governed under the township form of government. The 5-member township committee is elected directly by the voters at large in partisan elections to serve 3-year terms of office on a staggered basis, with either 1 or 2 seats coming up for election each year as part of the November general election in a 3-year cycle. At an annual reorganization meeting, the township committee selects one of its members to serve as mayor and another as deputy mayor. As of 2016, members of the Riverside Township Committee are Mayor George F. Conard Sr., Deputy Mayor Lorraine M. Hatcher, John B. Kofsky, Timothy M. Lecone, Robert R. Prisco and Robert Van Meter. On election day, November 7, 2006, Mayor Chuck Hilton and fellow Republican James Ott were running for re-election to the Township Council, but were defeated by the Democratic opponents, newcomers Lorraine Hatcher and Thomas Polino. The anti-immigration ordinance passed by the Township Committee that imposed fines on any business that hires or any landlord who rents to an illegal immigrant was a major issue in the campaign. Federal, state and county representation. Riverside is located in the 3rd Congressional District and is part of New Jersey's 7th State Legislative District. New Jersey's 3rd Congressional District is represented by Tom MacArthur. New Jersey is represented in the United States Senate by Cory Booker and Bob Menendez. For the 2016-2017 session, the 7th Legislative District of the New Jersey Legislature is represented in the State Senate by Diane Allen and in the General Assembly by Herb Conaway and Troy Singleton. The Governor of New Jersey is Chris Christie. The Lieutenant Governor of New Jersey is Kim Wadenia. Burlington County is governed by a board of chosen freeholders, whose 5 members are elected at large in partisan elections to 3-year terms of office on a staggered basis, with either 1 or 2 seats coming up for election each year. The board chooses a director and deputy director from among its members at an annual reorganization meeting held in January. As of 2015, Burlington County's freeholders are Director Mary Ann O'Brien, Deputy Director Bruce Garganio, Amy Bellegarde, Joseph Donnelly, and Joanne Schwartz. Constitutional officers are County Clerk Tim Tyler, Sheriff John E. Stanfield and Surrogate George T. Koch. Politics. As of March 23, 2011, there were a total of 4,189 registered voters in Riverside Township, of which 1,527 were registered as Democrats, 685 were registered as Republicans, and 1,974 were registered as unaffiliated. There were 3 voters registered to other parties. Among the township's 2010 census population, 51.9% were registered to vote, including 67.4% of those ages 18 and over. In the 2012 presidential election, Democrat Barack Obama received 1,816 votes here, ahead of Republican Mitt Romney with 1,073 votes and other candidates with 31 votes. Among the 2,941 ballots cast by the township's 4,329 registered voters, for a turnout of 67.9%. In the 2008 presidential election, Democrat Barack Obama received 1,881 votes here, ahead of Republican John McCain with 1,233 votes and other candidates with 42 votes. Among the 3,191 ballots cast by the township's 4,278 registered voters, for a turnout of 74.6%. In the 2004 presidential election, Democrat John Kerry received 1,726 votes here, ahead of Republican George W. Bush with 1,278 votes and other candidates with 24 votes. Among the 3,044 ballots cast by the township's 4,197 registered voters, for a turnout of 72.5%. In the 2013 gubernatorial election, Republican Chris Christie received 1,018 votes here, ahead of Democrat Barbara Buono with 634 votes and other candidates with 18 votes. Among the 1,714 ballots cast by the township's 4,254 registered voters, yielding a 40.3% turnout. In the 2009 gubernatorial election, Democrat John Corzine received 854 ballots cast, ahead of Republican Chris Christie with 821 votes. Independent Chris Daggett with 104 votes and other candidates with 28 votes. Among the 1,840 ballots cast by the township's 4,324 registered voters, yielding a 42.6% turnout. Education. The Riverside School District serves public school students in pre-kindergarten through 12th grade. As of the 2011-12 school year, the district's 3 schools had an enrollment of 1,370 students and 115.1 classroom teachers, for a student-teacher ratio of 11.901. Schools in the district are Riverside Township Elementary School for grades Pre-K5, Riverside Township Middle School for grades 6 to 8 and Riverside Township High School for grades 9 to 12. Students from Delran Township attend Riverside High School as part of a sending-receiving relationship with the Delran Township School District. Students from Riverside Township and from all of Burlington County are eligible to attend the Burlington County Institute of Technology, a county-wide public school district that serves the vocational and technical education needs of students at the high school and post-secondary level at its campuses in Medford and West Hampton Township. Transportation, roads and highways. As of May 2010, the township had a total of 27.39 miles of roadways, of which 24.14 miles were maintained by the municipality and 3.25 miles by Burlington County. Public transportation. The Riverside Station, located on Zubrook Way, provides service on the River Line light rail system, offering southbound service to Camden and the Walter Rand Transportation Center with connections to PATCO Speedline trains to Philadelphia and the Camden County suburbs, and northbound service to the Trenton Rail Station with connections to New Jersey Transit trains to New York City, SEPTA trains to Philadelphia and Amtrak trains. New Jersey Transit provides bus service in the borough on the 419 route that runs between Camden and Burlington. In film, Riverside was used for the filming of the film Jesus' Son and was the site of picketing by nuns who objected to the implication from the film's title that Jesus fathered a child. Immigration debate. In July 2006, a controversial ordinance was passed by the Township Committee trying to handle the large amount of unauthorized immigrants, primarily from Brazil, that had moved into the township. The ordinance stated that employers who hired an illegal immigrant and landlords who rented to them would be fined $1,000 $2,000 per incident and could possibly lose the business license. In response to the ordinance, several civil groups, including the ACLU and People for the American Way, contemplated legal actions against the ordinance. In August 2007, the ordinance was repealed, and some have speculated that the exodus of over 1,000 immigrants from Riverside to other New Jersey townships was a major factor. The ordinance repealing the law cited the high cost of defending it against further legal challenges. Notable people. Many people born in Riverside Township were born at Zubrook Hospital during a period of about 75 years beginning in 1915. People who were born in, residents of, or otherwise closely associated with Riverside Township include Jim Bailey, singer, film, television and stage actor, and female impersonator. Darren Cherry played for the NFL Kansas City Chiefs from 1981 to 1991, and was a 6-time Pro Bowler at safety. Leslie Choice, author. Bill Duff, former professional football player who has been host of Human Weapon on the History Channel. John W. Dutko, recipient of the Medal of Honor for his actions against German troops in Italy during World War II. Kenneth William Faulkner, a former teacher, school administrator and basketball coach at Burlington Township High School. Michael Giacchino, music composer, notably for the TV series Lost and Pixar's The Incredibles, Ratatouille, and Up. Derek Holloway, retired football player who was a wide receiver in the NFL for the Washington Redskins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Adam Hughes, comic book artist. George Lehman, former professional basketball player who played in the NBA and ABA. Todd Lehman, former basketball player who played for Drexel University where he led the nation with 9.29 assists per game in his senior year. Pierre Leon, Medal of Honor recipient for his actions during the Civil War. Arthur Raymond Randolph, judge on the United States Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit.